Oh wow, looks pretty creepy. We have millions of bacteria that we've grown on this petri plate to the left. We can see the color of the colony, the shape, but that doesn't tell us what bacteria is forming that colony. And to do that, we need to scrape some of this away, smear it on a slide, and put it under the microscope. And there we have it. Now we can start to identify what exactly was growing in my armpit, or between my toes, or what did I find on a dollar bill. This is a non-sterile technique where we don't use flame. It's a beginner bacterial lab. So here's our contaminated plate. We're going to use a loop and scrape a small amount. Now it's not like peanut butter, okay? We don't want to smear big wads. We just need a little bit on one end of the microscope slide. And here we go to the far right. One small smear contains millions of bacteria. Sometimes we think more is better, but in this case, just a little bit will do it. Now, I like to have several samples. So here we have the end of the slide. I don't know if you can follow my pointer there. I might have one colony, let's say a yellow colony on one end, and then just down a little bit, I might smear a different colony. For example, this student sampled the toilet seat, and then she sampled behind her ear. And so I would put 3 different colonies there because sometimes one's a dud. And so if we do 3, there's a good chance that one of them is going to turn out. We use nigrosine stain, which will sort of form a background or negative stain. And we put it right there with the bacteria. Now we're used to putting things dead center on the microscope slide, so it's a little different. We're putting it at the end. Now here's kind of a tricky part. We take a second slide, I sometimes call it a smear slide, and we're going to place it on the contaminated slide, and we're going to push the slide forwards until we run right over that little dot of dye, and you have it here. So once we've run over it, now we just use the weight of the slide, we're not pushing down, and we slowly pull back, and what you're going to get is something that looks to the far right, a gray image. Now one smooth pull is all you need, and if it doesn't work out, you can't go back and smear a second time. It's not like painting a wall. If it messes up, like the typical thing is we have a big puddle there somewhere, and then that's going to get on your microscope slide. So if it doesn't work, it's really faster just to repeat it. Clean the slide and do the whole thing all over again. But hopefully your first time will work, and you'll have something like this with a gray smear. And then put this top slide somewhere, like in a beaker, because you're only going to have the one bottom slide. Sometimes students want to put a second slide on top, and that messes it up. And no cover slips. We just blow on it and dab a little bit if there's big puddles. Put it under the microscope, start at scanning, and work our way up to high power, and you might see something like this. Big rod-shaped bacteria, like a bacillus, or maybe a chain of bacillus, or sometimes a coccus. I'm showing you this because look how tiny that thing is. Okay, bacteria some of them are so very small. That's why I do 3 different smears, because sometimes our first smear is so tiny or blurry we can't even tell what they are. A group of coccus are called staphylococcus, and a chain is streptococcus. There you have it. Make sure you wash your hands and clean up afterwards. Good luck with it.